I've decided to take my Sprinter van on its first camping trip. So in this video, I'm adding a second row of seats, a mechanical water system, and I'll be using this trip to test out my power station. They say don't just completely build out your van and never test it. You should kind of see what you want to do with it and actually use it some to see how you like it. Because I have a general idea of how I want to do some of the systems. I decided to use 3M Thinsulate for my insulation, and I've kind of put it in. The only pieces that are actually glued in are those two on the ceiling. But for this trip, I don't have the holes cut for like the roof AC or the max fan. So I'm not going to put those in place until I have that. There's two ways to do the Thinsulate insulation. You can buy a roll of it for $200, which I don't know if that's enough to do a whole 144 Sprinter. Or from Campervan HQ, for just under $700 for the 144, you can get all the Thinsulate you need pre-cut for the existing spaces. And I know it's like kind of a premium, but it saved a ton of time just ordering that. So that's what I did, because you all got a budget between time and cost. Time is what I have a hard time finding to do these kind of things. The other nice thing about it is, so mine has windows and some of the vans don't have windows, they have panels. The Thinsulate is already cut for the spaces, so I'm going to use that to make window covers. So I'll have like insulated window covers. So that's insulation for the trip. I've done what I could for the camping trip. The other thing I'm going to check out on this trip is my power solutions. I've got an Ecoflow in there. I went with the Ecoflow Pro Delta 3, and I'm going to power my whole freaking van with this. So that's the Delta 3, and that's the backup battery, which doubles it. So this is the equivalent of 6 100 amp hour batteries, I'm pretty sure. The nice thing about this Ecoflow is you can use your 110. It's already got the 4,000 watt inverter, or you can also plug into this Anderson style port, which is a 12 volt 30 amp, which I think that outlet can power my entire system once I'm done. For this trip, I'm gonna test it out by powering the lighting. I got the LED lights. I'm gonna do 2 strips of that on the ceiling, and I wanna see if that's enough lighting for this van. As part of this first camp, I do want a place to have some counter space and a sink. I had this leftover cabinet from a dental office remodel. I was looking at this, and this side panel I don't think is doing anything but adding weight, and it looks like it's just screwed on. So I'm going to unscrew these screws and see if the side panel comes off, because this freaking thing's heavy. Look at that. Oh, so much weight saved. These are nice little panels, maybe like a table or something. All right, so there's one on each side. You see what I'm talking about? It's just like, it was just a decorative panel. Did it fall? Heaviness gone. So the drawers are nice, but honestly, I think I'm gonna want floor space more than drawer space. So I'm gonna cut off that drawer. I'm gonna leave the top drawer and cut off everything below it. What if from right here and I do something like that? And then on the inside, and then it's just like there'll be a storage area. And I know you're thinking it's probably a good idea to have those drawers, but not with how I'm doing this, probably. This may not be interesting to you guys, but I think it's cool. I'm going to use my Ecoflow Delta Pro 3 to power the creation of the van. So the van's power itself will be powering itself. This whole thing was actually getting loose when I was doing that. The way this thing lines up, I really can get 1, 2, 3 holes. I can get 3 holes where I could put rib nuts in and attach this thing with 3 screws to the rib nuts. Is that gonna be strong enough? I don't know. I could pick this thing up by myself now. I think I'm just gonna try it and just see how it feels. 1, 2, 3. This aluminum bar originally held the cabinet onto the wall. I'm going to drill 3 holes in it and bolt through it into the rib nuts into the van. The existing holes in the van paneling are a little too small for 6mm rib nuts, so I widen them a little. I cover the exposed metal with automotive touch-up paint and then insert the 3 rib nuts. I then drill out the 3 holes through the metal bar. Now how the hell do I get it up there? It's got to go up roughly, I don't have a freaking tape measure, roughly that. So what's that? What if those are actually close? Legit street car flashlight. This represents most of my budget from last year. Not my budget, this represents most of my earnings. Nothing. Well, I want it twist in. There we go. Okay, where's my, it's outside. Okay, uno. Now I need to see if the others line up. I think we'll be all right. For my water system, we're gonna try to turn one of these into a manual operating pump thingy. I gotta get this to attach to the intake on the sink because I don't want to just use this. I want to use a sink like a civilized human. I feel like there's a chance that this will just unscrew. Oh, it did. Look at that. Ta-da! Now we just have to hook this up to the car. All right, there is my sink. This has to attach to here. And luckily they're about the same size, so that doesn't seem like it's gonna work. But if I could get it to stretch over there, there's that little, if it gets over that and then I put like a little clamp there, that's not gonna go anywhere. This is the hot water, this is the cold. This one, I just crammed some silicone in there a couple days ago and let that dry, because if you put pressure into here while you're moving the handle, there is a part, it does squirt some pressure out of there, so you can't have that just open. So I need to get that about twice as big without tearing it. You know, the water thing is gonna sit right here, and you'll see there's a trash can hole right here. Oh my goodness. There's a trash can hole. It's gonna be perfect. The pump's gonna be, you'll be able to reach right in and pump it up. This is what I'm thinking. I got this, which is metal, and it just barely fits in there. If I could get that to stretch down in there, it should be able to stretch this thing open. So I'm wearing gloves because that takes this from an operation of, I would be burning myself to, I might actually not. Let's just see if I can soften this up first. Let's try it one more time. All right, let's go see if we can get that on there. And I'm still using my Ecoflow to power my night work. I feel like that's pretty good. It can power the heat gun. Those things are energy hungry. Let's see how stretched I got it. It's definitely closer. Let's see if it'll actually just go up there. Oh my God, it did. If I can get it over that thing. Zoom, zoom. Go over the little barb. Oh, come on, I believe in you. Last little twist. I think that's probably good. I can still get a clamp on that. That is against the wall. First thing I guess I should see, can it hold pressure when I push this down? Let me go get a bucket. Hold on. No freaking way. Look at that power. Oh, that just keeps going. I'm going to get a clamp for that little dude, and I'm going to get a better bucket. And I'm going to strap that to that wall. And water system done. I'm working on mounting another row of seats into my van, and I have used my new welding table to start making a metal underframe. The welding table was a Christmas present. I think my family's trying to make up for my lack of welding skill with better equipment. Ignore the welds. I've still got some grinding to do, but I've got some more making to do. I'm gonna make a metal frame that the chair hooks to. So what I need to do now, come down here with me, I'm gonna make a little bracket that comes up and grabs these little bolts. I haven't figured out the front yet, but so that's what I need to do for the back. So the bolt has to be right there. How wide does it have to be? I want it to clear that little, so I want it to be, all right, I want it to be like right there. Actually, that's how wide I want it to be. So why does that bolt? It'd have to attach right here and right here. And how tall is it? Honestly, if it was an 1 5/8 from the bottom, what's it got to be shaped like? This is the thing I made. So each of those, I apparently was drunk when I drilled through that one. Look, straight, straight, drunk, straight. We'll see if it still latches. There's some play. Once I make sure those line up and actually attach, then I'll figure out where to do the front ones. Where are they? I can't see. Did I get it? Table would be nice. I got one. Oh, I think they clipped. Oh yeah, they both clipped. Let's see if my drunk one clips. My drunk one is the only one not clipping. I got an idea. Give me a second. All right, there we go. It's probably wrong with the other direction now, but whatever. There we go. Okay, they definitely need to sit up a little bit. Ah, ta-da! They need to lean back just a little bit, just like that. Again, these are for children, so I don't care too much. But I guess I should take them with me. All right, for the forward attachment, I'm gonna do something very similar. I'm gonna lift it up just a little. Ooh, I wanted it to be right there. I did some research. The internet says the seat should be 2 to 10 degrees. I have that about exactly 10 degrees, if not a little bit less. So done. Ta-da! That quick little cut right there, that now shows me having all these things done. It was like an hour worth of work just to make those 6 little stupid brackets. I still even have to grind this thing and then weld it and then grind some more, and it's dark and cold out. And then I'll paint it to hide all my terrible welds. This is the thing I welded. I'm gonna see if the front ones line up, and if they do, I'll take it all apart and put it together perm. I don't remember which one goes where. All right, that's the center. There. Oh no, there. I got an idea. Okay. Oh, I did. I could break my table watch. Whee! Oh no, it's not driving. It's a little bit difficult to get these rears to snap in. I see what's holding them up. I just have to clearance that a little bit. Okay, it's kind of digging into this a little bit on all sides. I just need to round this over a little. If I round this over some more and bevel this a little bit on all 6 of 8, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, it should snap in without fighting. I am going to get this contraption apart. I'm going to bevel this a little, and I'm going to spray paint it. Second row of seats. Oh wait, that just snapped, and that just snapped in there. The light's terrible, but seats into place. So what I got to figure out now is where these batteries are going to go in this setup. In the final setup, they're going to be underneath the bench right over here. So I guess these things need to go over here. I mean, that was kind of what I was thinking when I was cutting that out. Let's see if I can get those things into that space. That way, if this falls off the wall, it destroys the most expensive thing in the van. That doesn't look very neat. But in retrospect, I should have had this thing. See, that's why you do this. I should have had that thing scooted down. It had to come down pretty far though. And then I could have the 2 batteries on the other side of the sink. But then it would definitely get ruined by the sink. This is all right. I mean, I can sleep here. I got plenty of room. So here's the little Anderson port. Let's see if it clicks in. Oh, hot tamale. This is my little light plugged in. And then let's put in 3 amps. It should be plenty, right? Oh, look, they're already on. Oh, come on. But no, all right, so this thing works. Turns off, turns on. Ta-da! All right, let me work with this remote. It was a remote. I even changed the battery in the other one. This is the remote for the, oh, look at the little green. I wonder where that's coming from. But yeah, it was a remote. But I only need one. This one works for both. And you'll notice I turned this thing around. That's because I realized the Anderson port stick out on this side, and I definitely don't want those to be kicked. Turn the Anderson port on. Do these work? Yeah. Which I did read, you're not supposed to turn these on when they're rolled up. I'm going to shove this underneath here, put those around there. I think that's on the white setting. There's a yellow setting too that's a little more pretty. I'll just do that. I'm just going to do a U of lights. That'll be plenty for this trip. So that makes me think 2 stripes are going to be plenty. Let's see if my remote thing works. Camping would be so much easier if we didn't need so much stuff to survive. Pots and pans, that's everything we need to cook. Power, I honestly could probably get by with just the one, but I'm gonna bring both because I got them. That's a fridge, extra table, extra chairs, and literally all that stuff is bedding. So you can see where organization is gonna be the key, but I got my bucket. Ta-da! So when we get to camp, we'll organize. And honestly, since all the bedding stuff is behind the seats, that'll just stay there till it's time to sleep. All right, this is the curtain we made. I thought it was blackout because it was thick, but it's just kind of a thick curtain. But it'll do the job isolating us from those big windows for tonight. I also, since we don't have window covers, I hung a quilt up along those windows just to help privacy and some more insulation. Also, we learned this trip from a cruise. Buy these little magnetic hooks and you can hang stuff up. I started this trip with the backup battery at 89% and the main battery bank at 79%. So 24 hours of fridge use, night LEDs, a battery tender, and fans. The main battery dropped just to 57%. And that included blowing out the van at the end with a electric leaf blower.
Oh, he's gone.
No, he's not. Here, we're going to do a catch, clean, cook on Newt.
Where'd he go? Oh, I see him.
There's no way I'm going to be able to catch this thing. Oh, it's cold. I wasn't fast enough.
Bye.
We won't be having Newt soup.
Aww.
You see another one? Oh, there's one over there. Jump in there. All right, next, we'll go to the next location. Oh, there's one.
There's one right there.
Where?
Right there. See, it's moving.
Oh, move.
Right there.
You got a leaf.
I know.
It was right. I saw it moving.
I did too. I think they're all in here.
Oh, right there, right there. Right there. Oh, he's
I see him. Like, I don't know how to grab him. Is he gonna? I don't want to hurt him.
You just gotta like.
I don't want to crush him.
He's right there.
Oh, you're right. Right there. Oh my God! I freaking got it. I am the Newt Whisperer.
My friend.
Take a picture.
Look at his little. She's taking a whole video. Look at his little paddle tail. He's a
Oh my God! It tickles.
All
I
right.
want to hold it.
We'll release him into his.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
so
He tickles.
cold. All right, let's get him back into the water. I
Goodbye.
can't believe I actually got that.
I was surprised too. I thought you were just grabbing a bunch of mud, and he's
I
just.
did too, and then there was a squiggle in it. All right, we're
gone.
Newt capturers.
Yay! No catch, clean, cook.
Yeah, we can live. For some reason, she has decided she needs a little fire, and she's gonna make a little burger.
Today we are cooking a burger on the remains of my mini fire. We seasoned the burger with salt, and we have it in this little piece of tinfoil here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stick it on top at first. I'm just gonna have my little spoons, kind of press it down onto the fire, and see if this works.
All right, mini campfire version, real campfire version.